The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Welcome back, children. We are on the verge of closing this academic year. Whatever knowledge you have acquired this year is definitely going to provide basics for your next year mathematics, right? Okay, children. Apart from subject videos, many informative videos are also uploaded in our Disney Guru channel. Are you all watching those videos? Because the quality of man's life is in direct proportion to his commitment to excellence. These videos will definitely help in increasing the proportion of quality life. To be precise, our happiness grows directly in proportion to our acceptance of all positive things around us. Now, let us start a new chapter, proportion. That is, scaling down a quantity for better understanding. Okay, look at this. Look at the length and breadth of these rectangles. Length of the second rectangle is 2 times that of the first, right? Length of the third rectangle is 3 times that of the first. Okay. The same way, breadth of the second rectangle is 2 times that of the first and breadth of the third rectangle is 3 times that of the first. That is, the length and breadth of these rectangles are scaled by the same factor. Okay. The ratio of the length and breadth of the first rectangle is 2:1, right? The second rectangle length is to breadth is 4:2. This is equal to 2:1. The third rectangle length is to breadth is 6:3. This is equal to 2:1. Okay. In these rectangles, the length is to breadth is the same, right? That is 2:1, 2:1, 2:1. So, equality of ratio is called proportion. In these rectangles, length and breadth are proportional. Okay. Let us see another example. We use A4 size paper for writing and printing, right? There are papers of different sizes such as A0, A1, A2, etc. Look at these pictures. A1 is half the size of A0, right? A2 is half the size of A1. Okay, see this paper. The length of the shorter side is taken as x and the length of the longer side is k times x, that is kx. Okay, this cut into 2 equal parts. If so, what will be the length of 2 pieces? This is x divided to kx by 2 kx by 2. The longer side should be k times the shorter side, that is k into shorter side is kx by 2. That is x is equal to k into k square x by 2. Okay, here left and right side is x, so you have to cut it. This 2 change it to left side, so 1 into 2, 2, this is equal to k square. Okay, that is k is equal to root 2. That means in all paper sizes A0, A1, A2, etc., the length of the longer side is root 2 times the length of the shorter side. Okay, clear? Let us do a problem. A person invests 10,000 rupees and 15,000 rupees in two different schemes. After 1 year, he got 900 rupees as interest for the first amount and 1200 rupees as interest for the second amount. First sub question, are the interest proportional to the investment? Ratio of the amount invested. Invested is equal to 10,000 is to 15,000. 10,000 divided by 1,000, this is equal to 10 is to 15. This is equal to 2 is to 3. So the ratio of the amount investment is 2 is to 3. Ratio of the interest is equal to 900 is to 1200. 0, 0. This is equal to 9 is to 12. This is equal to 3 is to 4. Here the ratios are not equal. So the interest is not proportional to the investment. Okay, clear? Second sub question, what is the ratio of the interest to the amount invested in the first scheme? What about the second? The ratio of the amount and interest in the first scheme is equal to amount and interest. Amount is 10,000 is to interest is 900. This is equal to 100 is to 9. Okay. Next, ratio of the amount and interest in second scheme. This is equal to amount is 15,000 is to interest is 1,200. This is equal to 150 is to 12. This is equal to 75 is to 6. Okay. Third one. What is the annual rate of interest in the first scheme and in the second? Annual rate of interest in the first scheme. This is equal to, here interest is 900 into 100 divided by amount, that is 10,000. 0, 0, 0, 0. This is equal to 9%. So first scheme annual rate is 9%. Okay. Next, annual rate of interest in the second scheme is equal to, interest is 1200 into 100 divided by 15,000. 0, 8%. So annual rate of interest in the second scheme is 8%. Here children. Next, constancy of proportion. We know that how we have to find out the perimeter of a square, right? Perimeter of a square of side 1 centimeter is equal to perimeter of a square of side 1 centimeter is equal to 4 into side is its perimeter. So 4 into side, here side is 1 centimeter, 4 into 1, 4 centimeter. Okay, next perimeter of a square of side 2 centimeter is equal to 4 into side, that is 2, this is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay, next perimeter of a square of side 3 centimeter is equal to 4 into side, that is 3, this is equal to 12 centimeter, etc. Perimeter of a square of side x centimeter is equal to 4 into side, that is x, 4x centimeter. Okay, here the side and perimeter of a square are scaled by the same factor. Okay, that is the perimeter of a square is proportional to the side. That is the ratio of the length of a side and perimeter is 1:4, right? Here 2:8, this is equal to 1:4. Okay, here 3:12, this is equal to 1:4. Here ratios are equal. So the perimeter of a square is proportional to the side. Okay, clear? We know that perimeter of a square is 4 into side. Side 1 centimeter is 4 into 1, 4 centimeter. Side 2 centimeter is 4 into 2, 8 centimeter. Side 3 centimeter is 4 into 3, 12 centimeter. Side x centimeter, 4 into x. Here 4 is a fixed number, right? So this fixed number is the constancy of proportion. Okay, ഈ ഫിക്സഡ് നമ്പറിനെയാണ് എന്ത് പറയുന്നത്? കോൺസ്റ്റൻസി ഓഫ് പ്രൊപ്പോർഷൻ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി ഫിക്സഡ് നമ്പർ occurring in the equation of proportional change is called the constancy of proportionality. Clear children? Now Let us write this in algebra. Let us take the independent quantity as x and the dependent quantity as y. If y is always x multiplied by a fixed number, that is y is equal to k into x. Here k is the fixed number. K is equal to x, change it to left side, y by x. So constancy of proportionality, k is equal to y by x. Okay, clear? If the change in x and y is in the form y is equal to kx, then that change is in direct proportion. Okay, y is equal to kx. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് പറയാം അതിനെ? Direct proportion. Clear children? Let us do a problem. For each pair of quantities given below, check whether the first is proportional to the second. For proportional quantities, calculate the constant of proportionality. First sub-question, perimeter and radius of circles. If radius of a circle is 1 centimeter, circle is 1 centimeter, perimeter is equal to, how we have to find the perimeter of a circle? 2 pi r, right? 2 pi r. This is equal to 2 pi, here r is 1, this is equal to 2 pi centimeter. Okay, next, radius of a circle is 2 centimeter, perimeter is equal to 2 pi into, here r is 2. This is equal to 4 pi centimeter. Next, radius of a circle is 3 centimeter, perimeter is equal to 2 pi into 3, this is equal to 6 pi centimeter. Okay, etc. Radius of a circle is x centimeter, its perimeter is equal to 2 pi into x, this is equal to 2 pi x. Okay, here the ratios of radius and perimeter is 1:2 pi, here 2:4 pi, this is equal to 1:2 pi, here 3:6 pi, this is equal to 1:2 pi. Here ratios are equal, so it is proportional. Okay, next we have to find constant of proportionality. Constant of proportional k is equal to y by x. This is equal to, here y is 2 pi by x. X divided by x is 1. So this is equal to 2 pi. Here children. Next, area and radius of circle. If radius of a circle is 1 centimeter, area is equal to, how we have to find area of a circle? Pi r square. Okay, so pi into, here r is 1 square. This is equal to, 1 square is 1, so 1 into pi centimeter square. Okay, next, radius of a circle is 2 centimeter. Area is equal to pi into 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 into pi, 4 pi centimeter square. Okay, next, radius of a circle is 3 centimeter. Area is equal to pi into 3 square. This is equal to 3 square is 9. 9 into pi, 9 pi centimeter square. Here ratios of radius and area is 1 is to pi. Here 2 is to 4 pi. This is equal to 1 is to 2 pi. Here 3 is to 9 pi. This is equal to 1 is to 3 pi. Okay. Here the radius and areas are not scaled by the same factor. Okay. So radii of a circle is not proportional to the area. Okay, clear? Third one, the distance travelled and the number of rotations of a circular ring moving along a line. When the circular ring rotates once, it travels a distance is equal to its perimeter, right? When a circular ring rotates 2 times or twice, it travels a distance is equal twice its perimeter. Okay, the perimeter of a circular ring is taken as perimeter of a circular ring is taken as P. Okay, the distance it travels in one rotation, the distance it travels in one rotation is what? One rotation is its perimeter, that is P. Okay, the distance it travels in 2 rotation is equal to 2 times of its perimeter, that is 2p. Okay, next, the distance it travels in 3 rotation is equal to 3p, etc. The distance it travels in x rotation is equal to xp. Here the ratios of number of rotations and its perimeter is 1 is to p. Here 2 is to 2p. This is equal to 1 is to p. Here 3 is to 3p. This is equal to 1 is to p. Okay. So here ratios are equal. So it is proportional. Okay. So next we have to find constant of proportionality. K is equal to y by x. This is equal to, here y is xp by x. X divided by x is p. So that is perimeter of a circular ring is the constant of proportionality. Clear, children? Fourth one, the interest got in a year and the amount deposited in a scheme in which interest is compounded annually. Here, let the rate of interest be R percentage. Okay. Next, interest for 100 rupees for 1 year. Here the amount is 100, number of year is 1 and rate is R by 100. 100 divided by 100 is 1. This is equal to 1 into R. Okay. Next, interest for 1000 rupees for 1 year is equal to, here amount is 1000 into number of year is 1 and rate is R by 100. Equal to 10R. Okay. Next, interest for 10,000 rupees for 1 year is equal to 10,000 into number of year is 1 into rate by 100. This is equal to 100R. Okay. Next, interest for X rupees for 1 year is equal to X into 1 into R by 100. This is equal to XR by 100. Okay. Here amount and interest of its ratio is 100 is to R. Here 1000 is to 10R. This is equal to 100 is to R. Here 10,000 is to 100R. This is equal to 100 is to R. Here ratios are equal, so it is proportional. So we have to find its constant of proportionality. Constant of proportionality is equal to K is equal to Y by X. Here Y is what? X R by 100 divided by X. This is equal to XR by 100 into its reciprocal, that is 1 by X. X divided by X is 1. This is equal to R by 100. Okay, clear? Next, during rainfall, the volume of water falling in each square meters may be considered equal. First sub-question, prove that the volume of water falling in a region is proportional to the area of the region. Here, the volume of the water falling in each area is equal, right? So, let the volume of water falling in 1 square centimeter is equal to, is taken as small letter V. Okay. Next, volume of water falling in 2 square centimeter is equal to 2 V, right? Next, volume of water falling and 3 square centimeter is equal to 3V, right? Etc. Volume of water falling and x square centimeter is equal to xv. Okay, the ratios are 1 is to v, here 2 is to 2v, this is equal to 1 is to v, here 3 is to 3v, this is equal to 1 is to v. Here ratios are equal, so it is proportional. So next we have to find out the constant of proportionality. Constant of proportionality K is equal to y by x. Here y is xv by x. X divided by x is 1. This is equal to v. Okay, clear? Second sub question. Explain why the heights of rainwater collected in different sized hollow prisms kept near one another are equal. Here volume of any prism is base area into height, right? Here base area of the hollow prism is taken as x and height of the water level is taken as h. So volume is equal to x into h. Okay, next h is equal to volume divided by x, volume divided by base area, volume divided by base area, right? The volume of the water filled in vessels of different base areas is different, right? So volume divided by base area is always equal to the height of the water level. So the height of the water level are equal. Clear, children? I hope all of you understood this session. Do the problems in your notebook. If you have any doubt, you can call me. That's all for today. We will see in the next class. Thank you.